all praise, all kabod to Yahuwah. Blessing me, waking me up, watching over me, my family. Thank the Most High. Blessing me with another day, another opportunity to get it right. To get it right. It's a good day out here on these highways and byways. It's not raining. It's not snowing. It's a little windy. It's a little windy. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Flip y'all around. Let y'all see what's going on out here. These roads. It's all right. Let YouTube get out there. I know a little early. A lot of people may be spending time with family. It's understandable. Just want to just chime in with the message. Short message. You know, not nothing too extreme today. But you know, it's a little bit that counts. It's a little bit that counts. You know, how's everybody? Let me check the atmosphere. How's everybody? You know, give me a thumbs up. Give me a 9. Tap that screen if you're all right. Tap that screen for me, please, if you don't mind. You know, I pray that everybody is doing well. You know, I thank the Most High for waking us up. Those who are able to see this live, you know, it's a day to give thanks to the Most High for even waking you up, waking me up, watching over us as we rest, watching over our children, watching over our loved ones. Tap that screen. See, tap that screen. You know, if you don't mind, please tap that screen 2 times for me. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Join the tribe. Like the video. Share the video if you don't mind. You know, as you can see from the thumbnail, I have 2 watermelons. We're going to discuss that here in a minute. I just want to check the atmosphere. You know, check the hearts of everybody that may be tuning in. You know, I appreciate y'all. I know y'all have better things to probably be doing. But y'all decided to check out the off-grid truck and see what I'm talking about. As you can see, I'm out here on these highways and byways. Let me see what y'all talking about here real quick. Okay. All right. To LA. I'm on my way to LA. Headed to LA. Yeah, I have a lot of open road. Man, this wind is strong. Woo. I have a lot of open road ahead of me today. So it's gonna be a late night. You know, so I may do 2 or 3 lives today. You know, so I'm gonna need y'all to roll with me. Those that's able to. I know y'all got maybe a workload tomorrow, so you can't be up too late. But every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. I appreciate y'all. I welcome y'all. Any comments, as long as it's positive, as long as it's uplifting, motivational, leave a comment. Anything that's not of the such, you will be, I ain't gonna block you. I may put you in timeout for a minute, but hey, this channel is about encouraging, uplifting, and motivating each other, to the best of our abilities. About building each other up, not tearing each other down. You know what I mean? So let's keep that outlook. You know what I mean? So yeah. Like I said, thank y'all for stopping in. If y'all haven't hit that like button, go ahead and be generous and hit that like button. Tap the screen just 2 times. Ain't gonna cost you too much. I appreciate y'all sticking y'all's head in the room, in the door, and saying hello, shalom, shalom, peace and blessings. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope I pray that everybody woke up on the right side of the bed this morning. That y'all getting y'all's exercises in, getting your read in, getting your nourishments in, getting some water, you're getting hydrated, this day. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to chime in for a minute. I'm not gonna be long, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. As you see from the thumbnail, I got the watermelons up there. Is that the fact that I cannot allow and won't allow my family to go hungry. So if you know or you don't know the nutritional value of just watermelon alone, if you don't know, then you may want to do some research on watermelon, and look at all the health benefits, and just adding maybe a couple other vegetables to that watermelon, that can do some wonders to the body. It's wonders to the body, and not only that, it's your food, your food intake. What are you doing? As far as growing? What are you doing? What's your plans of doing it? Because a lot of things it's hitting the fan right before our very eyes. Like I mentioned before, we used to hear about rumors of war. Now we're at that state. We in that time. So it's best right now is you have another opportunity, to consult with family members, consult with friends, associates, see who has land around you. Today is Sunday, so this is the best opportunity now. Even if you go into establishment, I advise y'all, once again, to consult, to get with like-minded men and women, to see what it is that y'all can do together in order to make something happen, in order to grow, in order to build, cause sustainability, y'all. Let me see. There we go. Sustainability. I want y'all to be able to see my expression on my face when I say these things. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, they like to look at the roads and stuff like that, but I want you to look at me for a minute. Ain't much to look at, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the sincereness that or the expression of my face, and when I say that food, grow, and keep growing. I cannot hablas español. No hablas español. All right there, Muhammad, dogging. All right. Hey, if my picture quality is little slow or lagging or whatnot, my apologies, because I'm out here in the open terrain and my signal may not be the greatest at the moment. So bear with me, work with me, have patience with me. Said hi, John Rodriguez. What's going on, John? Salute to you, sir. Salute to you, and salute to all those who stepped into the room. Hey, if y'all haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and join the tribe. Join the tribe. We have a lot of great content that's in the making. We have some great content that's in the making. I will be posting some videos of the ranch, the Kitchen Tile Ranch. So I gotta do some editing, get some things like that together. So y'all work with me. I'm a one-man team at the moment. I have a prospect in mind, but I have to get them on board all the way full time type deal. And so yeah, y'all will, and I don't know what my moderators at. I got quite a few moderators. I gotta check up. I want to make sure everybody good. Hop in on here in a minute. They might have went ahead and just jump ship on me. They may have jumped ship. But I know I see about 3 of them come through every once in a while. I think I got more than that. I think I got about 5, 6 of them moderators. But like I said, they probably busy dealing with family, doing activities and stuff like that, So I don't blame them. I don't expect them to be up in here every time I jump on live, But they got things to do. It's all good. Of course, I can handle those that's coming through at the moment. It ain't too overwhelming. Hey, can y'all hear me? I want to know if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, put a 9 up in the room. If you can see me, put a 7. If you can hear me, put a 9. If you can see me, put a 7. Give me thumbs up. Give me thumbs up. Give me thumbs up. If you like the content. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content that I've been putting down. And trust and believe me, things are going to get better. Things are going to become a lot clearer. I got to get one of the microphones. What's the microphones? DJI or... What's a good microphone? Anybody know a good microphone that I can purchase that ain't gonna break the bank? I don't want no microphone that could be $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Just some good quality where you can hear me clearly. If any of my content creators is listening, and they have a microphone that they, good microphone that they recommend. Please drop it down. Please drop it in the comments. They have a good microphone. Y'all know of a good microphone that I can purchase. It's not expensive. It's not going to break the bank. Cause I need that good sound quality. That good sound quality while I'm talking. I feel like I'm yelling. Maybe because the wind is coming in. The wind is really. Oh shit! Amazon almost came in my lane. Man, slow it down. What? That's serious. Hey, y'all, Amazon drivers, y'all be careful around them Amazon drivers too, cause a lot of things happen. A lot of incidents has taken place with Amazon. I don't know if it's, first of all, it's cheap freight. So a lot of people, third parties, second parties, are taking that cheap freight because, I don't know, honestly. I ain't going to sit here and just assume why they are taking the cheap freight. And I don't know why that Amazon will be giving out cheap freight, But yet, it's getting moved. A lot of them, they may be getting moved, but they may not, a lot of them too ain't getting to their destinations. Because the thing that's hitting right now is y'all don't know if you're under a rock. New administration has issued, what should I say, task force, to, well, I guess as everybody know, English speaking first, so a lot of my foreign or domestic brothers, sisters, whatnot, are it's not feeling it. It's not feeling it so well, So so a lot of that is taking place, and I'm not saying whether or not I'm with it or against it. Only thing I am with is safety first. Safety first. So a lot of accidents is caused by unsafe drivers that's being distracted by whatever it is they are distracted by, whether it's the phone, whether it's the tablet, whether it's the trucker's app, whether it's not understanding the signs or be able to make signs out or whatnot. So yeah, I'm not for sure. Let's see, someone left a message. Let's see, open source agriculture. How about doing a YouTube live? I'm live now. I'm live now on open source agriculture. Or are you referring to doing a YouTube live with one of the tribal members? One of the tribal members, because I don't consider my subscribers a subscriber. You know what I mean? When you become a subscriber, you move from that level to a tribal member. You know what I mean? So yeah, what are you referring to? I don't mind doing a live for real, with those who roll with me for a minute. You know what I'm saying? If I see you on here for a little bit, I don't mind going live. I don't mind shouting your channel out. I just want to make sure that you're a real person, not a bot. You know what I mean? Not a clone, not none of that. So I don't mind going live with those individuals who's sincere, truly sincere, and want to shout their channel out, or help them out with subscribers and stuff like that, because that's what I'm about. I'm not so much want to be on here to try to get money. I'm not, I want to make a living on YouTube. No, I feel that I have some very informative information due to the fact I've been out here on these highways and byways for over 25 plus years, and I like to help someone out, new drivers and things like that, homesteaders and those who want to go off grid, but there's some information that I have, but yet there's a lot of information that I won't be giving over these airwaves, at the moment, because I'm got to get like a members only. So I got to build myself up. So y'all want to help in the process of that and help me push this channel, then I appreciate that, because there's a lot of things that I want to say, but I know if I say it, YouTube ain't gonna like it, and they may shut my channel down. No telling what they may do. I don't even know what all I can say, what I can't say on here. So I just try to, I just keep my head just above water, right there to where the nose, where the water gets to your nose at. I'll stay right there. I don't try to go too deep out in the water, not at the moment, but when I get my members only thing going on, whatever it's called, I'm gonna go more into what it is that I want to really go into. Right now I can't really go into it at the moment, but hey, I'm gonna be more consistent. If y'all haven't subscribed to the channel, that'll help me out a great deal, by subscribing, leaving a message, giving me, thumbs up, all that, whatever you can do. I'm not asking for any money. I'm not asking for any funds. I'm not any donations. I'm not asking for none of that. You know what I mean? Only thing I ask for you to do, if you don't mind, be so kindly, just to tap that screen 2 times for me. You know what I mean? Maybe leaving a comment, maybe sharing the video and stuff like that. You know, cause I know for one, if I talk about any type of medicinal herbs, natural herbs that's out here that grows all around us that they kill every season and say that they weeds, but these weeds also have medicinal healing properties, but I'm not gonna go into which ones and stuff like that. I do have a soon to be herbalist. You know, I'm not gonna put their name out there at the moment, but I will in due time. You know, I'll be gladly to introduce those that's on my team in due timing. You know, I want to do it more so in person. I don't want to do it on these airways. I want to make sure that things is upright, things is appropriate timing, should I say? You know what I mean? But if you haven't liked the live, go ahead and tap that screen for me 2 times. You know what I mean? Share the video. You know, comment, leave a comment. It don't matter what it is. You know what I mean? You got a question, drop it down in the comment. You know, and if I can answer it, if I see it, I'm going to answer it. You know, like I said, I've been out here on byways for 25 plus years. I drove doubles, triple tankers, hazmat, dump trailers, trash trucks. Oh man, I did a lot. Concrete, sand truck. I mean, I did a lot. I have some building experience. You know, I have some culinary arts experience. Also, I do a little soul food. You know, I do have a soul food establishment, but it's not up and running at the time. But it soon will be. So y'all stick with me. Y'all be able to see if y'all go on my past videos. You know, I have a couple clippings. You know what I mean, of unique taste of soul. So if you go on my other page called a unique taste of soul, go check it out. Go check it out and let me know what you think about it. You know what I mean? I'm about to get that page up and running as well. I got a lot of things. I have a lot of things, y'all, in the making. I have a lot of things in the making, but it's a process. It's a process. It's a slow process, but I'm gonna get there. Yahuwah willing, I'm gonna get there in due season and according to His timing and not mine. You know, that's how I look at it. You know, so there's a lot. Like I said, there's plenty of things that's in the works. Plenty of things in the works. But I think the most important thing at this time is having more tribal members. You know, have my tribal members to come through. You know what I mean? To help me push. You know, this mission, this vision. You know, and how they can do that is just ride with me. You know what I mean? If I'm on here, hold a conversation, come back, come in and out, check up on me, throw a couple comments, you know, up in the chat. You know, give me a couple thumbs up if you don't mind. You know, like, share the video, all that goodness. That's it. I'm not ask, like I said, I don't ask for no donations. I don't ask for no money. I don't ask for that. Let's see. I got a cue. What's it is? What? How about doing YouTube live? I'm doing live. What is somebody talking about? Who that you talking about? Who you talking about? What was that? Opti, typing, whatever it is. Jinxing. I don't believe in no jinxing. If you're talking, referring to me. Let me see. Opti said, drive safe, eyes on the road, and mirrors. Absolutely. Yeah, my eyes is always on the roads and on the mirrors, you know. Yes, sir. My eyes are always on the road and these mirrors constantly. You know. So I can walk, I can chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. You know. But I do it, check it out. I do it in a safe manner. I do it in a safe and opportune manner. You know, all right. My apologies, y'all. I guess my charger, my cord, wasn't charging. So I had to find another cord. So we're back. We're back. So as I was saying, which I don't know actually what I was speaking on, for real. I know I was reading my chat. Somebody was saying something. And I don't know if I can go back to it. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Oh no, I was speaking about as far as keeping my eyes on the road and watching my mirrors. I said I do that. At the same time, you know, I'll take my eyes off occasionally. Not enough to where it's all the way, you know, while I'm distracted. You know, while I'm distracted. Like I said, I see cars around me. This is a two-lane road. I see cars that's coming up behind me. I see cars that's in front of me. So, just a quick boom. I'm looking straight anyway. Phone straight in front of me. It's not beside me. So, nothing but the eyeball movement. It's not a head. You know, just eyeball. Boom, back. Boom, back. Boom, back. Yeah. So, yeah, as I was saying, you know, we have a lot. Because it's a team thing. It's a team thing, and I don't do it all by myself. You know, I do have help. You know, I do have assistance when it comes to, you know, content, stuff like that. And there's a lot of things that I have not really truly gotten into doing. You know, I have other topics and stuff like that I want to truly dive in, and I have to get everything set up for that. And right now I'm on a grind. I'm on a mission. I'm on a grind, and a lot of times I don't have the time. I don't have it. You know, but yet I need to start making some time. So I have to speak things into existence. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna doubt myself. More so if it's something that the Most High has placed upon my heart to do. Guess what? I gotta sacrifice the things to do it. That's just straight up. That's just how it is. That's what we gotta do. You know? It's called procrastination. When we don't do it. You know? We gotta stop procrastinating. I know I do. You know, yes, I say there's a lot of things I have to do. There's a lot of things on my plate. It's only me that's doing it. Which I feel like a lot of times it is just me. But I know I have brothers, I have sisters, I have those that's in the background that's really working. I really do. You know, so I appreciate everybody that played a role. Appreciate those that even chimed in. You know, checking me out. I appreciate my tribal members, you know, for wanting to hear and see more good content, and I'm gonna do my best to bring it to you. Bring it to you. I really am. Yeah. But like I said for the thumbnail, I can no longer allow this to happen. What I mean by that? What I just said, a part of it's procrastination. And you know, to be transparent with y'all, I think a lot of it's based on fear. A little bit trust, a little bit faith. I really do. And you know, let me tell you this real quick. You know, as far as I mentioned that I do have a soul food business, right? It's called, like I said again, A Unique Taste of Soul. For those who maybe watching the replay, listening to the replay, go check it out. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. See some of my dishes and stuff on there as well. It's called letter A, Unique, UNIQUE. Like you are very unique. Taste, I got a taste for this. TAST of OF Soul, SOUL. Go check it out. You know, and let me know what you think about it. Leave it in the comment over there when you go check it out. You know, subscribe, like it, do all that goodness for me. I appreciate that as well. And I'm going to somehow try to implement that on this channel. You know, basically when I get out to the land, I'm gonna have things set up in a way I can't really explain to you how I'm going to have it set up. You're gonna have to see it. You know, you have to see it being set up or see it set up. Right? One of the two. You're going to see it being set up, or you're going to see it already set up. Okay? So, but yeah, I'm going to try to find a way to incorporate that on this channel as well. Even though it's two separate entities, it's two separate businesses, two separate visions. But I'm gonna try to incorporate that, you know, with the help of my assistant or assistants. You know what I mean? To where it's going to happen. Okay? It's going to happen. But most of all, you know, it's got lined up with Yahuwah wants for me to do and how he wants me to go about it at the end of the day. You know, so I'm just going to be patient. Just want to let y'all know that I do have some other things in the making. You know, I have, I can't even mention a lot of things that I do have, you know, cause I'm just going to wait until the time is right, till the situation is right, everything is lined up, you know, not so much exactly what I wanted, because, you know, it's from scratch. It'll be done from scratch. So y'all gonna be with me. I hope y'all be with me. I pray that y'all be with me along this journey, on this mission. You know, because this is my first time doing anything like far as off-grid, you know, like water, running water, you know, not no running water from the faucet, which I will probably eventually have that, but off top, it's not going to be that, you know. I'm going to try to build a well. I do have a pond, you know, partial pond, should I say, because I share it with my neighbor. I share it with my neighbor, so he has a percentage of the pond. I have a percentage of the pond as well. I'm going to try to either extend the pond, or I'm going to somehow dig a pond. You know, so, and I may not pay nobody, 'cause I'm tired of paying people when I have the ability. You know, I'm an able body, and I can get out here and rent a tractor, backhoe, and dig my own pond. It ain't nothing to it but digging a big hole. That's it. I mean, shoot, you can make a mistake and dig a hole, right? That's what I'm going to do. You can rent, you know, not a skid steer. You can rent that too. But I'm going to rent a backhoe. I think that's what I want to do. I'm going to rent a backhoe. Probably need about 3-4 hours. I'm not for certain the time frame that it would take to dig. Maybe I don't know. I want like probably a quarter acre, something along them lines, a pond, so I can have so I can stock my personal pond, to where I can stock some fish up in there. You know, what's some good fish? Some clean fish. What's some good fish that y'all suggest? No catfish. Catfish is out there. Well, I can have catfish, but not eating the catfish. The catfish can be a cleaner. for the pond. How about that? It could be a cleaner for the pond. And fish that, oh shoot, I run this light, y'all. Right, got my license plates. The catfish can be the cleaner for the fish that do die. So it can clean that as far as that's concerned. As far as catching it, you know, we're not going to catch it unless we catch it by mistake. It's like a catch release type thing, you know. But I'm thinking about some blue bass, rainbow trout, some perch, something like that, you know, up in there. I said bluegill. They got all different type of bass, right? So I'm gonna have different varieties of bass, some other fish up in there. But I wanted more so of a personal pond. I don't want to share my pond with nobody because I don't know what they may be doing on the other end of the pond. I don't know what they be doing, or you know what they may be doing in there, or any of that. At least my pond, I'll be able to keep an eye on it, regulate it, treat it as needed, stuff like that, without having to consult with my neighbor on what I want to do to the pond. You know what I mean? So that's just all out of respect. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't want him to do that to me, and I'm not going to do that to him, regardless of the matter or the situation. You know, it's about make sure I do things that lines with you, that lines with the word. You know what I mean? Regardless of what people may do to you, you don't turn around and do evil for evil. You know, so I'm not gonna do that. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I want a pond out there, so I'm gonna rent a backhoe. I'm gonna do my research on where I can rent a backhoe from. So hey, I gotta get to work. And then, you know, I'm talking about self-sufficient, being self-sufficient. So I want to be able to have income by producing things from my land to gain income. Now, I don't think that I'm going to lead a whole lot of, you know, a whole lot of money. You know, I'm not going to need that. You know, because if I don't have a lot of bills, you know, a lot of, you know, like electric, heat, gas, all that. I may have this phone and internet, you know, and basically, really, I say, because I want to grow even the food for my livestock. You know, I want to grow that on the land, so I can, you know, like corn, and then I can barter, you know, with other things as well. You know, so there's quite a few things that can be done, and y'all gonna see, and I want y'all's advice as well along this journey. You know, because I know there are some very wise and intelligent, you know, tribal members, or soon to be, you know, that don't mind giving some wisdom. You know, because like I said, I don't know everything. But I do have a willingness to learn. I have a willingness to grow. You know, I pray for humility, and more humbleness and meekness when it comes to those, regardless of what age that they may be. You know, if you know your stuff, hey, I have an ear to hear. You know, and I'm willing to learn. Because that's one thing you know to survive in this game, whether you off grid or not. You know, whether you homesteading or not, whether you got land or not. You know, you have to have a willingness to learn. You don't think that you know everything, you know, or not willing to take, you know, some correction. You ain't willing to, you know, be constructive, criticize constructively, you know. But I'm willing to do that. I'm willing. So, like I said, those that ride with me, those that with me, those that understand things I may not understand at the moment, if y'all can assist in any way, shape, form, or fashion, then I appreciate it in advance. I appreciate it. But yeah, so that's just one thing, far as you need to think about ways on how you're going to gain income. If you're talking about 24 hours, 24 hours, 24/7, you're out on the homestead, you call it a homestead, ranch, whatever you may call it, your land, your acreage, whatever you may call it, that's on you. But if you want to be out there 24/7, you may want to think about income revenue. How are you going to accumulate income? What is it? Because you want your land to bring income. That's like me, for example. Let me say this. Like me having dogs. Dogs, cats, horses, whatever it is. I bake chickens. I want top notch. Why? Why off grid you want top notch? I'll tell you why. That's a good question. Because I want to be able to maximize my investment. Woo! I want to maximize my investment. What do you mean by that, off grid? Good question. Again, y'all, that's good questions. So by me maximize my investment, say I invest in chickens, or no, a dog, guardian dog, livestock dog, the two type of dogs that I want. This is just me. It may not be you. Two type of dogs that I want. We just talk. Come on in. Have a seat. Come on in. Have a seat. Have a sit down. We're talking. The two type of dogs that I want, and you may want three. You may just want one. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I want two types of dogs. For one, I want protection for my family. Security for me is top priority, and it should be for you. Security for me is top priority. I want my family, I want my immediate tribal members to be safe and secure. So, first line of defense is going to be my dogs. Why the first line of defense, off grid? It's a good question. Well, y'all got some good questions coming in. Why is my dog the first line of defense? Because why? They have a keen sense of hearing and smelling. A lot of dogs can see, or hear, or they can see at night. They can hear 10, 15 times better than we can. They can smell 10, 15 times more than we can. See what I'm saying? They bite force. The dogs I'm talking about, they PSI as far as they bite. About 700. 700 PSI. You know what ours are? About 100. About 100 or something. I don't know the exact number, but I know it ain't no 200. Pit bull's about 3. So I know ours is not nowhere near there. And our teeth is not even designed to shred. It's just to bite down. That's it. Anyway, so I want a dog, for one, that's intelligent, that's a working dog, that's a protector. They have that guardian protecting instinct. They a natural nature that's within them, that's designed in them, that's built in them for protection. They willing to put their life on the line to protect their owner. That's a guardian dog. I don't want a dog that I'm wasting my money on buying little dog food for. Someone come in and just or eagle or hawk, because I got hawks out there and eagles out there that see my dog, little puppy. I may pay 500. Oh, it was 100. I buy more dog food in the lifespan of that I paid for the dog. So I don't want my puppy. I gotta keep an eye on it. Pup, where you at? Puppy, come on. Charlie, Becky, Benny, Boo Boo, hey, where you at? I gotta constantly keep an eye on it. And they're supposed to be keeping an eye on me. Well, that's wasting money. That's a bad investment for me. Especially for someone that's out there that's trying to send a homestead. And the first line of defense is security. So, I want a dog that's going to be big, boisterous, alert, a little bit of aggressive to those that's not within his pack or her pack, that has a natural protective instinct, that want to go far and beyond, is workable dog, want to learn. But yet, drop it down in the chat. You know, on this replay, y'all listen to this, drop it down in the chat. What dogs, protective dogs, would y'all go with? Or the dogs that you may have already, why did you go with that particular breed? Now, I have my thoughts. I want to hear yours. You know, let's interact. Let's interact. I want to know what's your thoughts on a good guardian protected dog that has a natural instinct to serve, protect, and has power. It has a big bite force. So that's just a guardian dog. Then, by me having livestock, I'm not going to go with goats. I may have one milk goat. That's it. But I'm primarily going to go with sheep. I'm going to go with sheep. Now, I have my reasons why, and you have your reasons why you just want to go with goats. To each his own. So, I'm going to have sheep, and I'm going to have horses. I'm going to have, I ain't have no cow. I may have a cow or two. I don't know yet. You know, all depends on how things go and how I set things up. So, I'm not for sure on that. So don't hold me to that. You know, and then when you can't say when you homestead, you know, when you have a farm or ranch or whatever you may want to call it, you can't say what it is that you won't get and what all that you will get, because things is interchangeable. You know, depends on your needs and your wants when it comes to that, right? So we got the first line of defense is security. Security for me. I'm speaking about me. Now y'all lists may be different. You may say a garden. You know, it's main thing for you. You know, but here it is. You got a garden. What's stopping animals and predators, human predators, you know, before intervening on your property? You got a camera. Cool. You got a camera. Yeah, that's another defense mechanism, is a camera. But can a camera, they can cut the camera, knock the camera out, or whatever. But one thing the dog going to do first, they're going to be able to sense and recognize that somebody is approaching on their turf. So they're going to get a bark or two out even before they get shot. Unless someone is really on stealth mode and they creeping, you know what I mean, and they have a reason to get up in there. But once my dog get hit, it's going to, and that's going to alert the chickens. Y'all, if y'all ever heard a chicken, you know, when something startled them, then you know what you need to do when you hear that noise. And only those that got chickens, been around chickens, been on the farm or whatnot, what have you, know what I'm referring to. So I will go more into depth when if that time happened to arise. But for don't for do, but those who know, they know. So my other guard dog would be a livestock guardian dog. Livestock guardian dog. Why off grid? Why you want a livestock guardian dog? Just what it says. Because out where I'm at, they have coyotes, they have mountain lions, they have bears, they have wolves. You know what I mean? No telling what other predator that wants some lamb chops, or wants some goat meat, or wants some curry, or some chicken, or duck, or whatever, guineas and quail. You know what I'm saying? So you need these things. So I have something that's going to protect my livestock. Would be a livestock guardian dog. And leave it in the comment as well, y'all, on what livestock guardian dog that you have, or what ones have you researched that you leaning more towards getting. And I would appreciate that. I appreciate it. So we got our livestock guardian dog. That's what I want. And I want a personal guardian dog, you know, a protected dog. Okay? And then I'm looking at security first. I want my security to be up. I want my security to be right. Because I'm talking about my family. I'm talking about my family. I'm talking about my Isha, my wife. I'm talking about my children. I'm talking about my grandchildren. I'm talking about my nieces and nephews. I'm talking about other family members that's not immediate family member biologically. You know what I mean? Well, I guess my wife wouldn't be biological. You know what I mean? But yeah. But she's part of my body. You know what I'm saying? So she's just as close as anything else. That's how it should be. And your husband should be the same. I'm just saying, right? Just saying. So I got my guardian dogs. I got my all around guardian dog, livestock and personal. Next, I want the fencing. I want the fencing. So, have you seen in my videos? I have my fencing up. I have. I ain't gonna. If y'all don't know, you don't know. But those who do. I have fencing up. So all depends how much land that you have and how much acreage that you want secured. I advise you putting up fencing. Fencing works in two ways. It's a two-way purpose. Give me a parts. It's a two-way purchase, or two reasons on why you want fencing. Now it's up to you whether you go with cow panel, barbed wire, just regular fencing. If you want metal, I mean, all depends on what you want. That's on you. Now me, I have barbed wire. Yeah, was it expensive? It was. And the reason why I chose barbed wire, it wasn't cheap at the time. Let me tell you that. Maybe not even. Maybe going up now. I don't know. I haven't priced it. I have. It was checking. It was really pricey. It was really pricey. So next time I do it, I finish the rest of my acreage. I'm going to do that. Me and my family, we're going to do that. That's going to be a project that we're going to do together. But what I did, I paid for. You know, the reason why I paid for it, because I didn't have the time to take off to go out there and do everything, nor did I know what I was doing. Yeah, I could have went to YouTube University. I could have did all of that stuff, but let me tell you, when I did, I pounded in like maybe 3 T-posts. They were like 5-6 feet T-posts. I pound them things all the way down to maybe I don't know, they was about 4.5, 5 feet. Listen, talking about all of this up here sore, it was sore. Now, if I had one of them gas power, shoot, what's it called? Post hole diggers, because they got the gas power. Y'all may want to look into that for those that don't want to, that's a little older or ain't in shape, that don't want to tear their shoulder blades up collarbone, mess it up, because that's a lot of pounding. I think I got maybe about 250, maybe 300 T-posts. Okay, I probably would. I could have done it. Trust and believe me. But with that post hole digger, maybe it wasn't weighing enough. But that gas post hole digger, that'd be the one I'm going with. If I go back, if I have to go and I am going to go and finish up that fence line. To finish up that fence line, that was crazy. I don't know what that was about. To finish up that fence line, me and my family will embark on that adventure. That'd be a family project. All of us will be out there. From the youngest to the oldest, we all will be out there. And something to look back on. But yeah, y'all will see that. But anyway, I digress. So, I went with barbed wire fencing. Y'all may want to choose a different form of fencing. That's all good. Have at it. Look at the price. Look at the reason why. Like I said, that's part of my security. So fencing is part of my security. My dog is part of my security. I will go with cameras. I will go with cameras as well. That thing moving my mirror. I will go with cameras and whatever type of camera that you like. And, what matter of fact, what kind of cameras to my those that have property, have land? What kind of cameras, security cameras, Wi-Fi, or non-Wi-Fi? Because I see something that goes according to cell phone network. Cell phone providers like AT&T, Sprint. They got like a SIM card or something that you can put inside. You can put in there, and it can run your you can view your cameras wherever you are. Wherever you are, because I want 24 access to my cameras. I don't want it just be on Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi may go out, anything like that, even the phone signal may go out. So what do y'all suggest? Leave it down in the comment as well. What y'all suggest as far as y'all due diligence and your research? What do you have and why do you have it? And give me some pros and cons on all the things I suggest, as far as the dog security, barbed wire, cattle panel, whatever. Why did y'all go with that? And what's the pros and the cons? Or if you were to change anything by that, let me know. I appreciate that as well. So, that's my number one, my first priority is for me, Akichita Bolak Chalawahu, is security for my immediate tribe. Security. Next, before you even get your cabin, your home, start building stuff on there, whatever, you got an RV, cool, bring it up on there. Before you start building, next thing should be your garden. Oh, snap. What happened over there? Is that a... Man. Them things getting scrapped or flipped over? Is that a regular? I'm looking at these trains, them things flipping over on they... Oh, man, let me show y'all this, y'all. Trains. You see that? Look at that. Is that a wreck yard or something? Why are they flipped over like that? Look at that. Did the tornado come through there? Must have, because they workers. I think a tornado came through there and tore all of them up. Look, they pulled them out. A tornado came through there. That's what happened. Well, it tore all of them up. Y'all see that? Wow. I mean, it was like maybe about a mile. A train derailed. I mean, a tornado, a hurricane I know it ain't a hurricane, but a tornado was hit that directly and took all them cars off of that. All them containers. Wow. Y'all seen that, right? I wasn't tripping. You see the workers out there that was working, them things was loaded up. They don't got no security on it, nothing. I know they're full of stuff on there. Maybe they got state troopers sitting out there at nighttime guarding it. That'd be a smart thing to do. Anyway, wow, that was something. Threw me off for a minute. So that was a tornado came through there and flipped all of that over. Man, I have to go back and look at that video again and get a closer look on them things. But anyway, so oh shoot, this wind is strong, man. It got me. Y'all hear that noise? It pushed me all the way over on the other side of the road. So security. So that, unless anybody has anything to add on to that, which I do have more to add on to it, but that's just the gist of it. So, food. I would advise y'all to start getting containers. Get some containers. Get some raised beds. I advise y'all to get that. Get your food stuff going. Go and look at the season that you may be in and what grows well in spring and summer. Coming into the fall. Start getting your seedlings and stuff together for that. See what grows in that. Get your then after you do that, start working on, if you don't got solar panels, if you don't have energy, if you don't have gas, you don't got not gas, but if you don't have heat, start working on your heat, because summertime's coming now. There's things that's for sale, wood stoves and things like that, that's for sale cheap right now because winter's not here. People are trying to get a couple of dollars in their pocket. They're trying to get a couple of dollars in their pocket. So they need need some money. Need some money coming in. People get laid off and other things like that. And let me tell you about laid off real quick, y'all. Y'all don't know what's coming down the pipe. Companies are closing their doors every day. I was with a company and they closed their doors. I was making plans and everything else. Boom, next thing you know, hey, we ain't gonna be up and rolling in about 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks to get everything together. What? Wasn't even no severance pay. None of that. 2 weeks, company closing their doors. So you don't know. So don't make plans for next week, next year. You're not, it may not be around. But if you are around, you don't know if you're going to continue to have the income that you have now. So the income that you do have, say that you're making plans on vacations, you're making plans on vacations and stuff like that. Oh, we're going to go on a vacation retreat. We're going to go on a tour. We're going to rent an RV. We're going to go across country. No, utilize that money. Buy seeds. Buy land. You can rent land. Rent to own land. Just like you may do a rent to own of your vehicle, your RV. You're renting and owning your apartment building. Thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. You've been there for 10 years. Paying rent. Paying somebody for a room, basically, that you would not even own. Utilize that money. You got credit, utilize that credit. Utilize that credit, but have a way of which you're gonna see. That's what you want to right here, y'all. What you want again. Oh shoot, that's what you want right there. You wanna get one of them. Big or small. You wanna get one of them. One of them John Deere boys. Get one of them John Deeres. In your life, man, that wind is strong. Boy, I'm telling you, strong. But yeah. So you don't know what your job gonna be around tomorrow. You don't know. I didn't know, and it put me behind. I put a lot of money into a lot of things, thinking I'm gonna have a job next week. And we shutting down. What? Oh man, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I got, I have children. They have needs. I have needs. Well, mine always be put on hold anyway. But I try to make sure that my children and stuff, and if I can help the moms out, I'll do that as well. That's the kind of person that I am. Yeah, I'll give me some little things here and there, to say, hey, you know what, you worked. At least show that I worked. I deserve something, a little bit, something, right? Something. I don't go overboard with it. You know, I don't even have really no toys. Everything I got is basically for the land. And what I'm going to continue to get, I'm going to invest my money wisely. So remember I told you about that. You know what I mean? Things that you invest, you got to have, you got to be, it's got to pay off. It got to pay its way forward, so to speak. You know what I mean? It's got to pay its way forward. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to invest in my property because I want to be able to, have generational wealth, sustainability, things of that nature. At the end of the day, when time is up for me, I want to make sure that my wife, I want to make sure that my children, are comfortable. And while I'm able-bodied right now, I want to make sure that I can do that. I can provide them services, and I'm sacrificing. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice, Sometimes you gotta sacrifice for things that really gonna be needed. Come on now, that wasn't no need for that. These darn new trucks, man. I'm telling you, they got sensors all over the place. I want to find them and want to plug them up, put some tape over or something. It does some ridiculous stuff. You could be about 50 yards ahead behind a vehicle and it's gonna beep. So anyway, So some of the things you got to do in life, you got to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice in order for the next generation, to where they won't have to work so hard. Leave your legacy. Work on it right now. So this is part of my legacy. When you see what I'm doing right now, this is something that my grandchildren can look back at and say, man, look at Grandpa. Look at G-Paul. G-Paul did all that. He sacrificed all of that. He made these videos, testimonial videos and inspirational videos for us to hear, for us to be able to see that this is how the legacy began. Because even though your parents may not left you anything, may not left you a shiny nickel, but that don't stop you. That should push you. That should encourage you. That should inspire you to do better for your generations to come. Leave that legacy, leave that inheritance for your grandchildren and your grandchildren, your children's children. The third, fourth, fifth generations to come after you. Leave that. Put things in the will, put things in the trust. Put stipulations on things like that. Get your life insurance policy. Anything happens, your life insurance will be able to. If not, you don't believe in the life insurance policy, damn it, put your money in the darn piggy bank. Put it in the wall, put it in your mattress. Put it somewhere where you think it's safe. Bury it if you need to. Put it in a drum, a 5-gallon drum, and find a place and mark that thing, on your land and tell your generations, hey, look, when you go, this is where you go to. And you got 100, 200, 300, 400,000, $1 million up in that thing. However you need to do it, just do it. Just do it. All right. I'm not going to harp on that anymore. Not right now. I may get back to it later. But let me finish it up. So, get some seeds. Heirloom seeds, preferably. You don't want to grab no seeds from, and this is just me, find a reputable supplier. Someone has some good reviews, someone that got the seeds from there, and it has some great outcomes, it has some great producers, the quality of the seeds is good, and the quantity that you will get is greater. You follow me? So make sure you get seeds. Not no GMO. You don't want to go to no dollar store. I don't have nothing to get the dollar store, Dollar Tree and Family Dollar and If you don't have to go to Walmart, I wouldn't even go to Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. I won't go none of that. I will find a reputable dealer, provider, grower, and I will go there and I'll purchase my seeds from them. Don't go to Dollar Tree. Don't go to Family Dollar. Don't go to, and you may not want to go to Lowe's or any of them big box stores, or Home Depot or Target or any of them spots like that. Because my Santos, y'all know who he is or what they are, and Black R, BR, you know who that is, abbreviation, foundation, a lot of them, they are experimenting on our food, and you want to make sure that where you go purchase your seeds at, that they're not GMO, non-GMO and bioengineered and stuff of that nature, y'all. But I digress. Get your seed. When you go into farmer's market, if that's where you go to get some of your fruits, if you go to a store and they have seeds in them, save your seeds. Save your seeds. Some things that you can grow on your patio. Some things that you can grow in a container. Some things you don't have to be putting in the ground. Some things that you can grow in a container or on your balcony. That may not require 24-hour direct sunlight. It may just grow in shade. And where your balcony is set up, that's all you're going to receive is shade. You may barely get maybe about an hour or two of sunlight. That's when it's, it depends if you're on the east or the west side, but if you're on the north or south side, you can forget it. Unless you drag that container out throughout the day to get some sunlight, unless you got some grow lights in your apartment. But guess what? When you got grow lights, that's going to eat up on your electricity. Unless you got solar panels, unless you got generators, there's ways that you can do it. There's ways that you can do it. You can be adventurous. You know what I mean? You can be adventurous. Go to YouTube University. Follow somebody that does it. Allow them to be your mentor along the way. You have questions? Leave them a comment. They got ebooks out here for a lot of things now. Grab a hold to it. Don't get no PDF. Don't get things on no PDF file and want to print things off. If you do, get it laminated. Get some books. Get some books while they're available. Before they take all the books, the self-home care and, national herbs and, they outlaw them things. Because there's an agenda. There's an agenda. They monopoly. They want to monopolize. Hey, I can't say too much on these YouTube streams because I don't know who's listening. So I got to code things. But once I get my members only, man, we about to set it off. We about to set it off. I'm gonna bring some brothers up on the stream that's gonna feed, that's gonna give it to you like you maybe never have heard it before. Because a lot of these, there's nothing wrong with a lot of these content creators, but a lot of them don't even know what they're doing. Like, let me take for me example, right? For me, people ask me, man, how you know so much about this stuff? I grew up in the country. I'm a city boy. I'm from the city. I'm from the capital. From Ohio. CO. Alright? But yet, I'm a country boy at heart. I was raised in the country as well. And I have family members on here that can contest to that. Let them tell it I was wild, I was crazy, I was out of control, but no, I'm just misunderstood. That's what I tell them. I know how to ride a horse and motorcycles, shoot, hunt, trap. I did these things with my cousins, So I planted gardens with my grandmother. I caught chickens and skinned chickens and gutted them out and stuff of that nature. She took the heads off and I did the rest. Showed me how to cut them, how to gut them, how to skin them, old school style. I see things being built. I helped my uncle build houses. Not every house, but there was a few.
Continue on
There's a
route.
couple. It wasn't a few. It was a couple. You know. So yeah. There's things that I've done. There's things that I've done, and I'm glad that my mom did send me into the country, because if she didn't, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have the love for nature. I wouldn't have love for the wild. I wouldn't have love for sustainability, country living. I wouldn't know anything about it. Like I said, even when I was younger, before I went to the country, I used to look at Animal Channel, Animal Planet, National Geographic. And I was so inquisitive when it comes to wanting to learn, wanting to know more about insects, sheep and goats and horses and cows, all of these things. My grandmother stayed out on the farm, we called it the farm. When she stayed on the farm, everything was free range. I locked everything up at nighttime, morning time. I opened it up, chickens flew out, ducks flew out, turkeys flew out. Through they feed once a day, they ate. Other than that, they was free range. I looked at cows every day. On the farm, I looked at cows every day. They was my neighbors. They was right there. They was Angus cows. I knew how they chew. I knew how they walk. I almost knew what they were saying. But I was the only one out there that was my only neighbors. Other than my guy across the street that I rode motorcycle with, and three associates that I had further downstream. It was some great length of walking distance. When I went over there, played with, rode horses with them, and went fishing. So I know about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But yet, like I was saying, I can't really speak on a lot of things, at this moment. But once I get my members only, I'm gonna bring some brothers up that really can speak on a lot of things about building their own cabin from scratch, living in a tent for many years, came from the city like myself, brought their family, pregnant wives, a wife out to the country, didn't know a darn thing about homesteading or nothing, but they moved on faith. So the Most High is calling you, pulling you towards coming up out of her. The mindset, the rat race. We think we gotta have the biggest house. You out here paying $400,000-$500,000 for a house, living right next door, a sugar cup away. You know what I mean? Like, reach, hey, you got some sugar? You can reach right across and grab the cup from the neighbor and fill it up with sugar. If you feel that's where you need to be, I don't think that's where you need to be. But if it is, then hey, so be it. But if you think you gotta have the biggest car, the loudest car, with the biggest rims and stuff on there like that, I don't think you need that. Sustainability, self-sufficiency. Do a lot with little. It's all about survival tactics. But you know what? We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, miseducated, and misrepresented to believe that these are the things of the world that we need to get by with, to have. Who said that we gotta have a light switch, come inside and turn the lights on, or gas stove, or electric stove, or should we have the black appliances or the white appliances, or should we have wood grain or non-wood, tile, marble, gold, all of these things? Who said that? We need to return back to the ways of our ancestors, the way that our forefathers did things and our foremothers did things. This educational system is a mockery. It's a waste of time, to keep it 100 with you. A lot of things that those my age, learned in school, you got to go to a community college or higher in order to get the things and learn the things. These children today, if you have it, they're not homeschooled, they are dumbed down. You give them a tablet, sit them in a room, boom, there you go. Get home, build a tablet, allow that tablet to raise them up. Allow that television to educate them. Back then, people didn't know how to read good, but guess what? They could build a house. They knew they knew the math. They knew the measurements. They could dig a well, a shallow well. They could build a pond. They could run tractors. They could build tractors, break a tractor down, break the engine out, carburetor out, transmission, pull that thing right on up out of there with some straps, some shoestrings, and rubber bands. They get that thing running again. But this generation, I don't know, you want to call it YNs, the YBs, the OGs, the brothers, Uncle and them, all whatever the titles they have for them now. You got to go to a mechanic. Cars these days, if you start working on them, then you broke the warranty on the cars. You see what I'm saying? We don't know how to do it. We don't know how to work with our hands anymore. We became dependent on someone else to do the work for us. When we have technology right here before us, we don't want to utilize it, but other than being on Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, don't even want to start a business. Things free now. Free advertisement out here now. You don't want to do it. You want to post booty shaking, pop dropping, disrespecting women. Man, come on, man. Come on now. You can get a degree online now. Before you had to go to a community college. You had to get up and go. I mean, there's so much things that are at this generation's fingertips that they don't understand. But then, parents these days, they so busy want to be friends with their children that the children lost all respect for them. They cussing them out. The parents scared to go across their head. Go out there and get a switch over the tree and tear their ass up. Just keep it 100. They done away with that. But scripture says, don't spare the rod. When correction is needed, correct them. When we need corrected, guess what? We're going to get corrected as well. We may not like the correction that may be given. So that's why it's important. That's where it's vital for us to instill the fear of Yahuwah, fear of order, fear of discipline, fear of respect, of disrespecting the parents. And it's true, the word says, honor and respect your mother and your father, and your days shall be long. Come on. If you want longer days, honor and respect your mother. Honor and respect your father. Walk in obedience and not disobedience. Set yourself up right. Be willing to learn. Be willing to grow. And that's mature. That's maturity. That's elevation. Be elevated, not stagnated. I'll say that again. Be elevated and not stagnated. Because stagnation can lead to death. If water don't flow, it's stagnant. And when water don't flow, things tends to grow mold and all allergies and all these bacteria that can cause a limb to fall off. Can cause Amputation can cause, lead to death if you're stagnant. So stay moving, stay grooving, stay learning, stay growing. Keep prepping. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, checking me out. I'm the off-grid trucker. Be aware, stay alert, keep prepping. Holla Shalom.